broadcast from Minnesota, the Timberwolves for Target. Last game gave the Warriors the line to the Nets.
I was very disappointed in ball movement, shot selection, spacing. It seemed like they had no rhythm at the offensive end.
Not at all, Steve, and in part because they did a poor job of spacing the floor. And when you don't space the floor, it's hard to keep shots open.
Now, Golden State starting five. Clutch, the point guard. Lee and Utah. Joel Knight is out there with Ellis. And for Minnesota. Michael Beasley and Kevin Love, they're in the forward positions. Right now, Wesley Johnson in the back. And it's Miller in at the 5 spot.
And one thing you heard about David Lee in his first year with the Warriors was how much he brought to the table in terms of leadership and work ethic. He loves to play this game, and it's so important to have a guy like that on your team to really set the tone for the rest of the young players.
Now here's Lee after Wesley Johnson's miss. Clutch gets the nod. This is the first time hearing his name called in the starting lineup.
He's already shown he has great work ethic, and that's the key, because he's trying to develop into an everyday player out there.
He's deep with that work ethic. There's no reason to think that won't happen.
And the shot is good.
He's the one guy you have to absolutely be aware of to box out.
Let's catch up with George from the sideline.
Guys, I had a chance to catch up with the Minnesota Timberwolves head coach. His biggest concern seemed to be how did they change Monte Ellis on the offensive end. He said, quote, no matter where he is on the floor, he's a threat to score because he can get into the lane whenever he wants. We'll just have to try and get the ball out of his hands on the offensive end. We'll see if they can do just that.
And thank you for that, George. And so here's Minnesota following the score by Golden State. Lock at 6. Johnson outside. Now Orton outside. Shot no good. So the Warriors take it the other way. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
Well, they took the season series from this club a year ago. But again, almost everybody did.
Now here's Whitney, averaging 9 points per contest. Beasley outside. This dishes it to Love. A fader. And the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back foul here.
Now, it's an over-the-back foul, but it's one that you can live with. He's trying to be aggressive, and I like that.
Yeah, you know, I used to do that as a player myself, Steve, but you got to be smart about going over the top. I don't think he had a chance to get that rebound anyway.
Pekovic checks in for Brad Miller. Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Whitney. That's good. Clark, let's be honest here. I doubt either team is shooting for the playoffs.
Kevin, I'm always honest. That's the only way that I roll. They might say they are, but sometimes you need reality check. That said, we've seen amazing turnarounds in the past. It could happen with one of these guys.
That is good. Here's Clutch. 23 points for him the last game against the Nets in New Jersey. And there's the feed to right. Here's Clutch from outside the arc. Beasley with the rebound.
Now that's a clinical example of how to get up into a shooter, how to close out on a great shooter. Any effort short of that, and the shot is probably going down.
Yeah, really showing his ability to bother the long-distance shot. No contact either. Well, the Timberwolves were one of the worst teams in the NBA last year, and playing in that Western Conference is tough. They went just 7-45 against conference foes.
Now here's Love. He's coming off a 19-point game against Houston. Shot clock at 6. Here's Johnson. And the rebound goes to David Lee. Lee's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Well, for a team like that, Steve, struggling like the Wolves did last season, the Western Conference, not exactly a forgetting place. Clark, that's just amazing. Just 7 wins with 45 losses within their conference.
Yeah, and you've got to start looking at yourself as a player. I mean, you can't make excuses. Everybody on the team has to certainly try to get better. You do look at the talent level and see where you can improve that. Sometimes losing can create friction and finger pointing, but the only way to get better is to hold yourself accountable and take responsibility.
Here's Clutch. Good. He has 6.
Someone has to be willing to throw themselves in there, contest the layup.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And the Warriors have had
13 points from him the last game against the Rockets in Houston. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Strong thoughts there, Steve. Ironically for the Warriors, some of the best moves the Warriors have made recently didn't involve a trade at all. Like Monte Ellis, for instance, Clark. He was supposedly going to Memphis.
Kevin, you're exactly right. I mean, sometimes the best move is no move, and they need to keep adding talent, but you've got to manage your money wisely. You've got to be smart and creative. If you're going to trade away a key player, you better make sure you get significant value in return.
Here's Clutch, covered by Rubio. Here's Clutch, sinks it from about 9 feet out. 8 points for him.
Boy, they are really getting chewed up inside here. I mean, that's 8 of the last 10 points they've given up inside, in the paint.
Yeah, and the paint should be sacred ground for a defense. I mean, you can't let anybody just trot in there and get an easy bucket.
Here is Telfair. 17 points for him last game against Houston.
What a great job playing the passing lane.
No one around. Bell's shot is good. Bell's got his first basket of the night. Timberwolves trailed by 4.
Kevin, Stephen Curry was the 7th pick in the 2009 draft, and if they did that over, he might be the 2nd pick. I mean, he's a terrific shooter and good potential as a playmaker. I think the Warriors got a steal.
Ellington kicks to Beasley. 6 on the shot clock. Beasley left side. No good. Talking about the future of Steph Curry, Clark, he joined Team USA for the World Championships in 2010, and to make the team after just his rookie season, Steve, a very impressive distinction.
Yeah, winning a gold medal. What an experience that was for Steph Curry and for a Warriors organization that hasn't had an all-star in almost 15 years. And Curry represents the future of that franchise. You can't just get a hand up. You've got to anticipate what he's doing before he shoots.
And so here's Golden State. Here's Clutch. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 11 points in the game. Here is Telfair, averaging 6 points per contest. For 3, Love, and that is good. Love's got his second basket of the night.
6 points in short order. 2 straight from deep. That's what can happen with that 3 ball.
Yep, they got it going. Nice, clean looks.
Outside Curry. 3-pointer, Bell, good, and Curry gets the assist. Bell's got 5.
They come right back with the triple.
An eye for an eye. How about a 3 for a 3, Steve?
No shortage of scoring here at the end. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Michael Beasley and Kevin Love at the 4 and 5. Ricky Rubio is out there with Telfair, and it's Ellington in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
That's foul number 2, and I think he's got to be really careful not to pick up the 3rd before the half.
Well, the Timberwolves are hoping that they've found some answers at the point guard position. The veteran Luke Ridnour really played a steady role for them a year ago, but Johnny Flynn, their top draft pick in 2009, missed almost 30 games and really struggled on the court.
Brad Miller, he's checked in for Minnesota. Here's Clutch. The 3. No good. Now Telfair, he's picked up by Lee. Telfair kicks to Beasley. Backs him down. And it's Miller missing. Well, for the Timberwolves, the answer to their playmaking needs, a point guard, Steve and Clark, may have arrived in the form of rookie Ricky Rubio, joining the team from Spain.
Well, and it's got to be a relief, Kevin, for the Minnesota fans to see the former number 5 pick in the 2009 draft finally in uniform for the Timberwolves. Scoring is still a question mark for him, but his passing, court vision, and flair, all of that is unquestioned.
Here is Telfair. Now Love inside.
And Love was an all-star last season for the first time in his career, although he barely made it. He was an injury replacement after Yao Ming could not play in the game, but Love deserved it. He had a heck of a year for Minnesota.
Andres Biedrin, she's checked in for the Warriors. What Steve was saying about Love, it would have been a shame and a sham if he wasn't an all-star with the season he had.
Well, you can always make a case. I thought LaMarcus Aldridge deserved to be in that
position. Right there.
He was right
agree.
there, and I didn't have a problem with Kevin Love. He clearly put numbers up that warranted his selection. But as is the case when you have a finite number of all-stars, there's usually going to be a guy or two left off that clearly deserve to be there.
Now here's Beasley. Now here's Curry, hoping to put that miserable performance behind him that he had against New Jersey. And again, no good by Golden State.
I don't like that shot at all, guys.
I'm right with you, Steve. Certainly when you talk about shot selection, that's as poor as it gets.
Well, using his height advantage against the much smaller man, that was the right play to make there.
You know, some criticize the hiring of Mark Jackson by the Warriors because he has no prior coaching experience, but he's full of confidence. He's a leader. I think he's going to be a tremendous success there. I don't doubt it at all.
Beasley up top. He's guarded by Thornton. Beasley dishes to Love. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Well, talking about Mark Jackson and his inexperience, remember Doc Rivers did the same thing. He took over Orlando without any coaching experience, and Doc has turned into one of the best coaches in the NBA. So Mark Jackson could be on a similar path. Very bright, very energetic, that can really relate to the players. I think he's a good fit for Golden State. What a tough quarter for him, and he's got to pick it up here.
Boy, nothing at all going his way. I mean, it's hard to watch.
The Warriors trailing. And Biedrin backs in to stop the drought. Good! 14 points for him.
9 straight points for them off of wide open looks from deep. Something has to change for this deep.
Yeah, they're just giving up too many easy shots out there. They've got to close out harder, get a hand up, make him put it on the floor.
Ridnour, that's good.
Good team play there. You move the ball until you find the right shot for the right person.
They're a well-oiled machine, Steve. I mean, working extremely well as a cohesive unit. Every pass delivered on time and on target. A lot of ball movement and player movement. It's a thing of beauty.
Beasley outside. Kicks to Love. He kicks to Ridnour. Takes the three. The shot is off. Now Golden State takes it the other way. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. And that will be the first game of 5 straight at home. Here's Clutch.
Oh, that was a tremendous rebound for a pint-sized fella. That's how tough he is. Not intimidated at all in the paint.
Beasley, the pass to Ridnour. Johnson. Oh, took the contact and tried to throw it down over the top. But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
You know, one of the things the Warriors have done pretty well over the years is scout the D-League. They found guys like Reggie Williams and Jeremy Lin, and they do a nice job of finding talent.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Louis Amundsen, who's checked in for Biedrin. Wright comes in for Al Thornton. And it's Ellis in for Steph Curry. Here's Clutch. No good on the three. Good point, Steve. Warriors do uncover some unsung talent. They've got some players who have moved on. Impressive shooters, the undrafted Anthony Morrow, former D-League players, C.J. Watson, Anthony Tolliver, and go on and on.
Yeah, and of course, Kevin, sometimes injuries have necessitated the Warriors being creative and finding some of those kinds of guys. But nonetheless, they seem to have done a good job of picking the right ones that fit in well.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Brad Miller, he's checked in for Pekovic. Tolliver comes in for Kevin Love. And Lazar Hayward subbed in for Michael Beasley. And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And Luke Ridnour finally put together a solid season statistically for the Timberwolves. Of course, it was a very difficult year. They didn't win many games, but Ridnour was one of the lone bright spots.
Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Ridnour. That's good. 16 points for him. The Timberwolves trail. You talked about Ridnour. He is just what a young team can use with Clark, his ability to run an offense smoothly.
Yeah, I look at him maybe not as an elite level guard, but a really good one that's going to help your team run better and is going to be positive in terms of what he brings as a professional to your group. I mean, he's the kind of guy you see great value in running that point guard spot for him.
Hayward with the ball. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
And you can see the strategy has been to take the ball inside here.
That's where you get high percentage looks and draw fouls, Steve, and it's a good way to play.
Here's Clutch. 16 points for him. No good with the triple.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Now, here's Ridnour. 3-point lead. Johnson outside. From deep three-point range, can't hit. So the Warriors take it the other way. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yes, sir, fellas. They've had it going on big time.
Big time is right, Clark. A lot of momentum here offensively.
And Minnesota has possession after the Warriors pick up 3. And the Timberwolves call time here. A tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, but they were right.
We'll come right back from Minneapolis.
It's been a tight matchup in Minnesota as we bring you the HP halftime report. Plenty of hustle from the Warriors. Defensively, they're putting pressure on the ball. They've come up with a ton of steals. And the Lakers grab the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. They're 2 for their last 5 games now. They'd like to ride a little momentum. Their top scorer was Kobe Bryant. In another game also in the books. Out at Time Warner Cable Arena, it was the Bobcats losing to the Grizzlies. Can't quite figure it out how they ended up giving that one away. And a look here at the other action around the association. Utah with a win against the Kings in Sacramento. That's their 3rd game they've taken in their last 5 trips out to the court. It was Al Jefferson leading the team in scoring.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Here is Ridnour. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Clutch, he's in at point guard. Terrell Wright and David Lee are the forwards. Ellis is out there with Udo. Now here's Ridnour. He's covered closely. That ties the game. Ridnour's got the first points to start out the 3rd quarter for the Timberwolves. And he draws body contact. Looked like a blocking foul, and he was in the shooting motion. So he'll head to the free throw line.
One of the concerns for the Golden State Warriors after last season was fortifying its bench. And that was an area where they really tried to improve this past offseason.
Well, going back to the Golden State Warriors bench, every team needs those 6-7 guys that can be relied upon every game for consistent play. Actually, whether starting or coming off the bench.
Without question, Kevin. The Warriors were lucky if they had 4 consistent players all year. I mean, they've got a decent nucleus to build around, but absolutely, depth is an area this team has to improve.
Beasley kicks to Love. With 1 on the clock. And Luke Ridnour, the bucket on the assist by Love. Ridnour's got 4 points this quarter. Here's Clutch. He's guarded by Ridnour. From the post, the rebound by the Timberwolves.
Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
3 for 3. You got to like this hot start in the 3rd quarter.
Lets the 3 fly. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Love's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Beasley. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
You know, Michael Beasley basically was given away by the Miami Heat for a second-round pick and some cap space. Pretty surprising. Former #2 overall pick. He's an outstanding scorer.
Clark, you're talking about Michael Beasley. The Heat traded him away so they could create space to sign Mike Miller. Steve, do you think they'll come to regret that decision?
No, I think Miami is perfectly happy with where they are going into the future. You know, remember, they traded him away to create more cap space, and that was one of the reasons they were able to get LeBron and Chris Bosh. So who knew what was going to eventually become of him? He had a great season with Minnesota, so it looks like he's going to be a very productive player during his career.
The Warriors pull it in. Lee's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
Even with that miss, they're shooting 75% coming out of the break. That's a strong start to the half.
Minnesota in the lead. Ridnour dishes to Love. Moving the ball well. The 10-footer. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And it's the Warriors' ball. They trail by 1. Ellis against Ridnour. Here's Clutch. There's the 3. Ridnour with the rebound. Ridnour's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, that's a lot of bricks by them early in the second. Only 1 make on 5 tries so far in the second half.
Pass to Beasley. Passes it to Ridnour. The tray. It's rebounded by Udo. Udo's got his 5th rebound in this one.
It's been a struggle for him offensively tonight, and they'd love to have his production out there.
Love can't hit.
Well, it's unfortunate, but he just is not a dependable, consistent finisher, especially if the defense is right there in front of him. Boy, and that is a bunch of rebounds for a player who's not the biggest guy out there.
Ellis against Ridnour. Inside to Beasley. Fades and shoots. That's good. And it's Ridnour picking up the assist. Ridnour's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. To tie, and the shot is good. 26 points for him.
Well, I think it takes a lot of guts to shoot the 3 on the fast break with a guy closing out on you.
Beasley outside. It's a pick by Love. No good. Now Golden State takes it the other way. Here's Clutch. And another 3 for Golden State. Here's Ridnour. 11 points in the game. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like group? .143 left to play in the 3rd. Telfair, the pass to Rubio. Here is Tolliver. He's guarded by Thornton.
A lot of hands down there on the block. That's a tough position to be in offensively.
Telfair gets the bucket. He's got 6.
Finger roll. That's pure style, guys. I like that.
He passes to Thornton. Here's Clutch for 3. And another 3 for Golden State.
Boy, these threes are picking them apart. I mean, 4 out of the last 5 shots against them, all uncontested, and all are threes.
Yeah, the defense just looks uninterested right now. I mean, they're not making the effort to challenge these shots.
Telfair kicks to Rubio. Shoots it. There's a good screen. Backs in. Puts the lead pass in front of him. And that one's good.
Now they've got to offer more resistance inside. Just too many easy buckets in the paint.
Yeah, Stephen, that's the top priority for any defense. You got to protect the paint.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Timberwolves trail by 10.
And they'll slow it down, use a little clock.
Good call, partner. Hold it for the final 1.
He feeds it to Hayward. Feeds it to Rubio. No good off front iron.
Tough miss. I mean, not much defense. He had a really good look at the hoop.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a...
The excitement builds as the NBA.
And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Hi, guys. Well, it was the stretch by the Warriors that garners the Sprite Spark today. In that last quarter, things started falling their way, and they clearly have momentum on their side as we head down the stretch in this one. We'll see if they can maintain that same kind of intensity they just showed us in the third period, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you. That run has made a difference, guys. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that's what got them off and going.
Yeah, they were really able to seize the momentum at that point, and they just rode it.
Luke Ridnour and Wesley Johnson in the backcourt. Michael Beasley and Kevin Love, they're in the forward positions. And it's Miller in at the 5 down low. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Here is Ridnour. Here's Love. Lifts up. Tries again. And Beasley puts it in.
Boy, I like the rugged work on the inside that led to that very easy putback. That's going after it there, guys.
The dish to Udo. He's against Miller. Up and in on the layup. And the Warriors lead by 12.
Yeah, that's just too easy. He is so skilled inside.
Beasley outside. Fires from deep. Ridnour's shot is off.
Well, he got one to go in the first, but he hasn't been able to connect from three-point land here in this half.
Here's Clutch. Misses the 3. And so here is Minnesota, a 12-point game. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. And it's Beasley, that time in the assist from Luke Ridnour. 16 points for Beasley.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing in this one.
Here's Clutch. Another shot. Udo gets the bucket. Here is Ridnour. Minnesota calls timeout.
Well, I think the coach is getting a little uncomfortable with all of these missed shots. And he'll probably draw up a play to try to get them going again.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to listen in on the Timberwolves head coach talking to his team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
Goes up.
Well, I tell you what, guys, his struggles from the field have definitely taken their toll on the team today.
Johnson against Curry. Here's the 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. He has 35.
Another open look hits bottom from outside.
Yeah, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc.
Looking to end his cold spell. Out to Miller. Pulls up. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Well, he can't get that one to go, but that's a shot he'll hit more often than not.
Here's Clutch. Back to Curry. 6 to shoot. Taken away by Ridnour.
Look at the turnover situation, guys, and it's not been that bad. Just a handful, and when you take care of the ball like that, that can help you build a lead. He could have forced a tough inside shot, but made a terrific kick out to find the open jumper instead.
Here's Clutch. This one for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Johnson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Rubio. Clutch gets the board inside. Warriors leading by 13. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Fast break, here we go. Stops, pops. Rebound by Lee. Lee's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Clutch. Fires for 3. And that's collected by Miller.
Kevin, he's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Udo picks him up. Miller outside. Shot clock at 6. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
It seems like he tightens up, guys, when he gets close to the rim, especially with a defender nearby.
Clutch, and the Warriors miss again.
Well, ever since the second half started, he's been ice cold. Very little going his way right now.
And here is Ridenour. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And did you see the pick there? Got him wide open all the way to the rim.
Here's Curry. Here's Clutch. Launches a 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
That's such a tough catch when the ball is coming from that far away.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
Timberwolves trailed by 13, and the Timberwolves call time here. Minnesota making some changes. Kevin Love's checked in for Miller. Beasley comes in for Pekovic, and it's Telfair in for Ricky Rubio. Terrell Wright's checked in for the Warriors. Ellis comes in for Steph Curry. Here is Telfair. He dishes it to Ridenour. Picked up by Ellis. Ridenour against Ellis. Lee against Beasley. Over Lee. No good from Beasley.
Good percentage shot, though. That's one they'll take any day of the week.
Ellis dishes to Wright.
Well, I tell you what, Kevin, I mean, Terrell Wright is absolutely in love with his pump fake, but he should be. He's a three-point shooter, so the pump fake is a useful weapon for him. He uses it often because it continues to work. Terrell Wright has been playing well. He has 9 points, and the 3 ball's been there for him, too. He's hit 2 from out there.
Now, you know the three-pointer gives any player an added dimension to his game that will almost always lead to more responsibility at the offensive end.
It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Clark, you mentioned Wright's pump fake. And Steve. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. Not much.
Taking 2 shots.
Coach has just indicated that you're now the starter at your position. How does it feel to have cracked that starting rotation?
It's really nice to get a chance like this. I feel like there's a lot I can do to help this team be successful. And I'm looking forward to being out there on the court more often.